Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Sign up for my free daily newsletter, The Current, at getkim.com. What's one thing that you use every single day?
Toothbrush. Number one answer. Good answer. Good answer. Survey says.
Keyboard.
Oh.
A keyboard. You use it every single day.
All right, fine.
Most of the time you use it without looking.
Okay.
Did you type like that?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
You have to look down?
Yeah, but I'm fast.
Are you really a one finger?
Yeah, I'm a pecker. However you want to describe it, that's what I am.
A hunt and a pecker.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you can do the home row and look right at the screen.
Yes.
That's a skill I never had. That's
Yeah.
good on you.
I can look. I don't even look. I just go like this.
That's cool.
It's kind of crazy. All right. Trivia question time.
That was a trivia question.
Only one U.S. state name can be typed using just one row of the keyboard.
Oh my! I would have no idea.
Okay, let me give you some options.
All right.
Is it Texas?
No.
Stop that.
Stop what?
Okay.
I know where they are.
Is it Minnesota?
No.
Is it Ohio?
Yes.
And
Oh, I thought I only had three options. What is it?
Alaska.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's all right there.
There she goes with the sound effects.
I guess I should have waited for all options.
Yes, you
and
should
then
have.
I thought Ohio was only 4 letters. They got to be close.
Alaska. Alaska has its own capital.
Oh, does it?
Did you know? Like Juno, did you know?
That's so bad.
It's so bad that you laughed.
Oh, I laughed at your incredible attempt at humor once again with your awful jokes. Hi, Kim.
Hi. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this.
Okay. I'm glad you're getting into your fake upset voice and mode. I appreciate this.
Because I read every single note that comes in from the Current newsletter.
Okay. Did you get a bad one?
I did. I got a bad one. This guy wrote this morning. I should have saved it. He said, well, it's probably saved on some server somewhere. He says, I'm like, your jokes suck, Kim Commando.
Oh, yeah. You got my email. Great.
And he said, and I'm until you write better jokes, I'm never going to visit a sponsor's site.
Wow. I was going to say he's never going to listen again. Then how would he know if the jokes got better? But he's never going to visit a sponsor?
Yeah.
That's a legit threat. We need to hire a writing team.
I tried ChatGPT to write jokes.
Yeah, I understand. We hear them every single week.
It's bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
After all, I'm Kim Commando, America's beloved digital goddess, here with you. And this is not the Kim Commando Show podcast. It's not that. The Kim Commando Show podcast is available in your favorite podcast player. Just search for, of course, the Kim Commando Show with a K, of course. And speaking of, we do need a huge favor. Even if you don't like my jokes, you can give me a great 5-star review and give the Kim Commando Show a great 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Because, that helps trick the algorithms. It does. And puts us more to the top of the page.
And we love to do that.
Yes.
We love to take that algorithm and use it to our advantage.
Just manipulate the heck out of it.
And you can do that with the YouTube channel as well.
Can you?
YouTube.com/Kim Commando. If you go ahead and hit follow us. If you're just listening to the audio version, we do a video version. Full video. You can see my new shiny teeth.
And I even do my hair and makeup.
Exactly. So just go subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll get notifications.
So why'd you get new teeth?
I'll tell you in a second. Well, you messed me up. I had a rhythm. I was ready to spit all that jargon that I have to say out.
You really did get new teeth.
Yeah, they're brand new teeth. See, if you want to see them, you got to go over to YouTube to see them.
Are those veneers?
No, they're temporary. It's a temporary bridge. I'll get my real new fake teeth in 7 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just subscribe. Anytime we go live.
I like the color.
Shush. Anytime we go live.
Not yellow anymore.
No, they actually are still kind of yellow. I think I want to go wider. Anytime we go live, drop a new video, you get a notification.
Are you having trouble talking?
I am. So listen to the show and follow us on YouTube.
I'm a piranha.
You need to get used to them a little bit more.
Yeah, they're way bigger than my old ones because I had baby teeth.
Oh.
I had two the pointy ones. Those were baby teeth.
Oh.
And so they finally died after 40-something years. And I had to get them pulled in a whole new set of chompers.
Wow. Hope you get your money's worth.
Me too. I hope they don't fall out.
Well, and speaking of, we should probably tell everybody who you are.
Yeah. I'm Andrew.
Babinski.
Yeah.
Morning show co-host.
Oh, thank you.
He gets the applause and I don't.
Your old hat.
Whose name is on the building? Just saying.
Yeah, if you want to listen to me, I do the mornings on KEZ 99.9. Download the iHeartRadio app. It's free. Just search KEZ.
Spinning the hits.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you have coming up?
We got some women and technology problems.
Ooh.
And we got to discuss.
Okay.
Actually, it's more the men that are upset.
Are they?
But it all involves around women.
Oh. I'm giving away an iPhone 16 Pro.
That's nice.
$999 value.
Ooh.
Go to winfromkim.com.
That's easy.
Somebody's like, I went to the wrong address, or that address doesn't work. It's not like win for Kim or win.
I'm not even going to say the one I used to say because it's the wrong one. I said it every single week.
You did. Winfromkim.com. Winfromkim.com.
Easy enough.
Tech is amazing, but it does take a toll on our lives. We're all guilty of spending hours just hunched over our screens, and those times of endless doom scrolling. It's not just draining your mind, it's aging your body too. That's why I take Native Path Collagen every single day. It helps replenish what your body loses over time by repairing joint and skin damage and restoring that youthful glow from the inside out. Outsmart the digital fatigue and take the supplement your tech-filled life needs. Native Path Collagen. Because screen time shouldn't show on your face. You'll feel the difference naturally with my 45% off deal. That's 45% off with free shipping and a free gift bundle. Here's what you need to do. Go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim. Get 45% off right now at getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
All right, here are a couple of things that are happening in the techverse that you need to know about. We're going to start with Facebook. It's crawling with a scam that says get free Starlink for life for $127.
That's not free. I don't know if these scammers understand the definition of the word free.
Yes. But it's like a free lifetime access for $127.
Okay.
Well, that's just not going to happen.
No.
SpaceX deals, they don't come with typos.
No, they usually don't.
And a $127 checkout button. It's always like $350, and you're not going to get free lifetime access once you buy the gear or whatever they're trying to do. So
too good to be true because it's a scam.
The only thing that you're connecting to is a scammer.
Exactly.
That's right. Meanwhile, tell me what you think about this. Twitter co-founder and Block CEO, Square, Cash App, Jack Dorsey.
Okay.
He just launched the new app BitChat. Have you tried it?
I haven't. I haven't heard of it.
It's a Bluetooth only app. No servers, no logins, no Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Nothing. Everything's happening offline. You just message anybody who's nearby.
So if I wanted to message you, we'd have to be within range that a Bluetooth would connect.
Correct.
Which is far. It's not far.
No.
Okay.
Right.
So I either could message you on this app, or I could go, "Hey, Kim, what's the need? Is this for private messaging?"
Private messaging, I guess, if we're close by.
Right. If we wanted to talk, bad about Grant,
yes,
we could do that, and he wouldn't hear.
Exactly.
Otherwise, there's no reason for this. I don't understand. What's the selling point?
I'm not sure.
Okay, good. At least I'm not alone.
Well, because I'm trying to think of like when I would ever have a need for such a thing. Because even if you and I were texting, I could just text you and Grant wouldn't know that we were talking badly about him.
Right, but then they could come back and say that's online. That's true. The security.
There's proof.
Apple has access to that. So it's like a WhatsApp, but just locally.
Yeah.
Because if with the Bluetooth, it would be encrypted just to the local devices. Well, and probably them. They probably have a copy of everything.
Well, you just did something that showed your age.
What did I do?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You said with the Bluetooth.
Yeah, with the Bluetooth.
With the Bluetooth.
I use the Google to find out about this Bluetooth product.
And I go on the AOL.
Age, sex, location.
This is actually a great idea.
Okay.
We should have thought about this. Skechers. You're going to want this.
The shoe?
This kids' shoe company.
Uh-huh.
They now have a secret built-in AirTag compartment in the kids' sneakers.
That's great.
Isn't that great? It's in their left shoe. It hides under the heel and starts at $52.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, though. If anyone were to open up their Bluetooth, they would see that the kid's shoe was available to connect with
There's
the
an
Apple
AirTag.
AirTag.
Yeah, there's an AirTag nearby.
Okay.
But you'd know where you're,
It's true. Yeah.
you know, as long as the kid always has the left shoe on.
Right. Oh, wait. Correct.
Always had the AirTag.
Yeah,
in the
using the AirTag so we don't lose the children.
That's it. Speaking of kids, Mario and Peach, what do you think their relationship was?
Boyfriend and girlfriend. Mm-mm. No?
Nope. Nintendo just caused a tsunami of emotional damage.
Poorly used word, but I get you.
Yeah. They said that despite years of flirty kisses, wedding attempts, they are just saying that they're just friends.
Wait a minute. Mario did all that. Traveled through multiple worlds, beat Bowser who knows how many times, with zero likelihood he was going to get any in the end?
Yep. Even though he saved her from 500 castles and everything like
What
that.
a simp.
That's it.
Mario's a simp.
The simp.
Was she hooking up with anybody else, like with Luigi or Toadstool or...
They're not saying.
Okay. But not Mario.
Not
he
Mario.
has been friend-zoned.
Yes, forever. That's it. All right. Finally, this. I really want to see this in person. I wish we had some video of it.
Okay.
Is that tourists in Bali, they're taking pictures of each other and taking selfies and everything when they're doing that, is that the chimps come by and they steal people's phones.
Really?
Yes.
Are they trained to do this?
No, they kind of trained themselves to do it.
Okay.
And so if you want your phone back, you have to give the chimp, like, not a date. You have to give them a mango. And if you give the chimp a mango,
Right.
he'll give you the phone back.
That's crazy. They did train themselves. If they're not taking figs,
No,
if they're like, we know this is more valuable
Yes.
to you than a fig.
Yeah. You know, if you try to give them a banana, they're like, nope. Mm-mm,
So
no
is
way.
there someone set up that's a mango salesman that's right
Yes,
there
that's
going,
right.
oh, I got you, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
Mangoes are only $50. They were just $6. Well, you had your phone then.
You know, if they were ducks, they'd want quackers.
Oh, move on. Just move on. That one's awful.
That one was one of my best ones ever.
Oh, sure.
All right, what do you got?
We got, the T app. Are you familiar with the T
Yeah,
app?
I've never actually used it, but it's
Okay.
been in the news.
Yeah.
You know.
According to the creator, his mom was online dating and she was getting scammed left and right. She was getting catfished. She went on dates with guys with criminal records, and he thought this was horrible. So he came up with this app idea that made it easy for women to not only do background checks, reverse image searches, marital status, dating some married men,
Yes.
criminal history, all this about the men that are on dating apps. Also, you could basically rate and review guys on dating apps, whether or not you had a good experience or not.
Okay.
Big story this week is that they got hacked.
Now,
72,000 images.
okay. Initially, they said that. Yeah. Okay. Go
It wasn't a
ahead.
hack at all.
Right.
When the app was designed, the file that they used to back up all the images and chats, which they had to because of anti-bullying laws, the government forced them to back everything up, they put on a public server that anyone with the URL could access.
And they thought that was going to be okay for what reason?
The internet is blaming AI, where programmers are getting lazy and using AI to program all these new apps and software.
Yeah, I could see that.
And the AI just did the simplest and easiest way to back up all this information. 72,000 images is a lot. And so it just put them on that Google Fox server. What is it? Fire server?
Yeah.
The Google Fire server, and made it publicly accessible. You do not have to be a hacker. You just need to put in a URL and you have that. It's all right there. But what's being done with the information is really interesting because you're familiar with 4chan?
Yes.
Okay, 4chan, there's a lot of angry guys on there. They're probably not going to argue with that. They're taking these images, which are selfies that women have taken to prove their identity, and they've put them on 4chan and they are ranking them.
Are they?
They're basically going the reverse of what they believe the women were doing on the T app.
Okay.
But it is more serious than that, because in the beginning, the T app made you post a picture of your driver's license followed by a selfie.
So now they have all that.
To verify. So 13,000 users' driver's license is on the internet.
I assure you that number is going to go up.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
That's the way it always happens.
Always start. Well, it's 72,000. Well, we actually meant 720,000. Well, we actually meant 7.2 million. They said, though, if you signed up after February 2024, that they had a different way of backing up the information, and some of the information that they were backing up did not have to be kept. So they were actually getting rid of it. So you should be safe from this data leak.
Hopefully.
So the men are upset and they were getting revenge on all the women. What do you think of that app? Do you think it's needed? Useful?
You know, I'm kind of I've been married forever.
Right.
I do know some women who are using dating apps. I think it would be important to check the person out, obviously.
Correct.
I understand that flocking is now big.
Flocking?
Yes.
I don't know flocking. What's flocking?
Flocking is that I'm tired of the dating apps.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do is book a trip to Bali or Maui or wherever I want to go.
And marry one of those monkeys that steal phones?
And find another single person who's on vacation.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a term.
Yeah, flocking. That's a new one. But I think that there are so many weirdos.
Yeah, when I was dating for the longest time, and one of the women I was serious with, after about 3 or 4 dates, she told me that she ran a background check on me. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. What kind of information did she found out my credit score. She found out past bank balances, which I thought is crazy that information's online. I must have filled out some form somewhere, and that all gets put online into your file. But I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't. I was like, I get it. I understand. It's not the safest of worlds, so I get where you're doing that. Yeah. I don't know why guys are so angry about it, but they are ranking the selfies of women on 4chan.
Well, it's probably because they're highly intelligent people.
Don't go after 4chan. You don't want them to be your enemy.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. They're all just really happy guys.
All right. Other guys that are upset on the internet is male Uber drivers.
Okay.
Uber has been testing a policy in 3 different cities, and they're getting ready to put it out more, where women drivers and women customers can set preferences to only have women passengers.
I love that.
Okay, wait. They're saying it's first of all, I think it's sad that we have to get to this point. It started in, I believe, Saudi Arabia, where women can't be with men in the cars. And so Uber had to implement that policy to even get into that market. And now it's in 40 different countries. It's in the U.S. It's going to be spreading. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can do it on demand. So let's say you were felt like you were in a sketchy part of town. You could hit the women only option right when you're booking it. Or you can set it as your preferences. So every single time,
love that,
you would only get a female driver. You're going to get more wait times because only 1 in 5 Uber drivers are female.
Okay.
So you might have to wait a little longer, which if your safety is your concern, that won't be a big deal. But here's where the problem is. 48% of people that use Uber are women. And the male drivers believe, because of the bad apples, it is going to affect their ability to make money on the app.
It might.
It absolutely would.
It absolutely will.
And now I'm not saying all 48% of these women are going to switch to this option.
Well, let's say even 10%.
But that's still a huge chunk. That's still a user base that a male driver is going to have zero access to. So they're actually kind of fighting back against Uber, trying to maybe get cleared background checks, get a certain clearance.
But still, you know what? It's kind of a creepy thing. Because you get inside of a car by yourself.
Right.
with some guy who you don't know.
Correct.
Okay. And then he locks the doors, and sometimes you can't unlock that door because he's got the controls up front.
But now you think that you wouldn't be in the same danger just because it's a woman?
I wouldn't worry about getting raped.
Okay, why? I'm not trying to be... but what, women can rape women as well?
I know, but I wouldn't have...
It's peace of mind. All it is a peace of mind. Because if someone wanted to do something bad to you, obviously, they could.
They could.
But
they could.
I get the argument. I hear the argument from the male drivers. I mean, there's a group of men that are saying this is discrimination.
Of course it is. Okay? Because I mean, I got in an Uber last week, and the guy said to me, do you like 60s music? And I said, fine, I don't care, whatever you want to put on.
Right.
And he's like, then he started singing, Sherry, Sherry, babe. And I'm like, oh my God, the guy's whacked.
Okay. Did you make it to your destination safely?
Yes, I did.
That's all that matters.
And I told him not to sing.
Well, he probably hadn't heard you sing. You guys could have done a duet.
I know. And then he's like, here, you want my phone number? Because this way you can, if you need a ride back.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing. And I'm like, and then I'm always like, okay, yeah,
Well, now that's even more sketchy. Oh, did you just take the number and then never use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never do that. No, it's, and I always do the Uber Black too. For some reason, I think I'm safer in a bigger car. I don't know why.
But safety in Uber is a big concern. We have this. In other states, we have the Uber drivers that get to carry guns because people feel unsafe in
Texas.
the Ubers. So maybe we should look at the bigger problem of safety in Ubers, other than just having women only drive women.
Well, they have the thing that you can...
The panic button.
And then you could have somebody share a ride with you and stuff like that. And I do know a young woman who was out drinking, got, 2 o'clock in the morning, and she was raped by an Uber driver.
Oh, that's awful.
And she's like 23. And it happened in a parking lot, and then he left her in the parking lot. I mean, and she filed a police report, did all of that. Now she's got to deal with that whole side of it. So when you hear those stories, that's when you're like...
Well, Waymo is the answer.
Of course.
There's no driver.
There's no driver.
It's a driverless car. I love Waymo. Please extend just 2 more blocks in Chandler, Arizona. Thank you. Waymo is the answer because you don't have any of those concerns.
Well, Maddie, that's why she takes Waymo.
Oh, really? Because there's no driver?
There's no driver.
She doesn't. You don't have to feel that intimidation. You don't have to listen to awful singing.
Yes,
there's so many benefits.
I'm like, you want awful singing? Let me tell you about awful singing.
Right here in the back seat.
Building a website used to mean hiring a pricey designer or learning to code. Not anymore. With Framer, you can design stunning, interactive websites. No coding needed. Just drag, drop, and publish like a pro. Framer is the design-first, no-code website builder that lets anyone ship a production-ready site in minutes. It's free to get started, and you can browse over 700 pixel-perfect templates or design from a totally blank canvas. Real-time collaboration means your writer, designer, and marketer can all tweak the same page at once. Built-in AI, it handles the heavy lifting, generates starter layouts, auto-translates your entire site to any language, and even suggests on-brand color palettes. Behind the scenes, you get a fast, mobile-friendly site with secure hosting, built-in SEO, easy content editing, and privacy-friendly analytics. Ready to build a site that looks hand-coded without hiring a developer? Start free today at Framer.com and use promo code Kim. Go to Framer.com and use promo code Kim to start building a site for free.
Okay, Meta is testing interviews where you are allowed to use their AI to answer questions.
Okay.
So you're being interviewed, and whether it's a coder, marketing person, or whatever, is that instead of when they ask you a question, you say, hold on just a sec. You go over to chat on your phone, whatever, and then you can say, okay, here's my answer.
Okay.
Good or bad?
It's good. I mean, this is the future. This is like saying someone is trying to get a job to be an accountant, and you're like, well, you know what? We're going to start letting you use calculators. I mean,
yes,
it's just a tool. It's a tool we all use. It ties in actually to another thing we're going to talk about later in the show.
No, right now we can talk about that.
Just okay. Yeah. There's a woman who posted on Reddit about her boss, a relationship she had with her boss. She felt overwhelmed, too much work, and she was getting way behind. And so her boss was on her constantly. And one of her coworkers was like, hey, why don't you just start using ChatGPT or an AI chatbot? It can do a lot of the busy work that you're doing really quickly, and you then can focus on the important stuff. And so she did. And her work improved, her work life feeling improved, her relationship with her boss improved, until one day he saw her using it. And he said it was cheating. And that hard work takes more than just putting in a prompt. It takes effort, and he doesn't want her using it anymore. And now she's right back where she was, behind, stressed, time management issues, and her boss and her relationship is worse than it was before.
Okay, pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
Pet peeve of mine. I just had to deal with this with a person.
Okay.
I actually had to tell this person 2 times. I did not hire ChatGPT.
Wow.
I hired you.
Okay.
Because this person it was ridiculous. Marketing plans, and I'm good with that.
Okay.
You should use ChatGPT to come up with a marketing plan, a calendar. You should use ChatGPT for that. But after Chat does its work, you need to go in,
Tweak it.
and look at it.
Right.
And say,
not just copy paste.
And say, does this actually make sense for this business, for this environment? It's a her.
Oh, really?
It's a her.
I didn't know until you said her.
Okay. Her daily reports were all done by ChatGPT.
Okay.
Using words like strategize, paradigms,
Right.
Implemented, coordinated.
Sure. I just had to do a review for my radio company, and it was a review of ourselves. Mm-hmm. And we had about 9 questions, and they were a little fluffy base questions. And I used ChatGPT. I put it, but I had to answer them first, right?
Yes.
I had to put in all the information for ChatGPT to rewrite it. And when it rewrote it, then I went, okay, now be laid back, casual. Sound like you're talking to a friend, not like you're making a presentation in front of, the board. And so it would rewrite it, and then I would read it. Would you have a problem with that?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I just have a problem with the wholesale using ChatGPT and forgetting that this is a person that you're talking to.
Right.
And that, meaning like in your reporting to me, that I want to know from you how the day's going. I don't want to know from ChatGPT. I don't want to have to read a page and a half of an AI dissertation about things that were implemented or coordinated or strategized on. I mean, tell me what was good, tell me what was bad, and tell me what you need help on. Simply.
Would you say, though, with the correction of this person, you're pulling ChatGPT use 100% away to get them back to communicating with you?
No, because you have to you have to use ChatGPT.
Right.
I mean, but you have to learn to use it the correct way, and that like some of the work had 50 M dashes in it.
What's an M dash?
The long hyphen.
Oh, okay.
And that's a clear sign that it was done by ChatGPT.
Right.
And I explained that to her. So this is a clear sign, and that if you present anything to the public that has 50 M dashes in it, they're going to look at it and go, this is not sincere.
Correct.
This was done by AI. And more so than ever, if you are going to be interfacing with the public, as we do, in written form, audio, video, whatever it may be, is that I think it's going to become even more paramount that people know that they're dealing with a person and not with a bot.
You think we're already there? We're already on that pendulum swinging back where people are disgusted by AI?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
So you're just trying to get ahead of it?
Yes. I think it's going to happen. And I don't think people are going to rebel back and go, oh, I need to go to WebMD to check out a rash.
But we've already seen it, like just making an example with music, people have flocked back to records.
Yes.
Because the pendulum swung back, because streaming services with no albums and no structure of an album from an artist, people went, I miss that, and they went back.
Yes, and I think it's a tool that we should be using. I mean, I'm so excited about as soon as I can get to use the ChatGPT agent. Have you heard about that?
I haven't.
Okay, this thing.
Actually, no, I had a pop-up this morning, actually.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
And I just clicked it off. I did not even interact with it.
What? I can't get it yet.
Oh, man.
And I'm telling Maddie, call the PR person. I mean, if anybody should be able to get ChatGPT agent, it should be me.
Okay, tell me about the agent.
You could give it a task.
Right.
And like, for example, let's say you're selling supplements, and you could say, go out and tell me about the 3 different companies, or the best 3 companies that are selling supplements. Tell me about their formula, their distribution, their marketing angles.
Why can't you
pricing.
do that now?
No, it doesn't quite do it like an agent.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is, let's say I have this supplement company, or I work for a supplement, and I need to give a presentation about these 3 companies. I can then say, after you get all this research, give me a 10-page PowerPoint presentation about everything that you just found, so that I can present the PowerPoint presentation to my boss.
Now, this sounds like it's not going to be instant responses. It's going to be, okay, check back in 5-10 minutes, and I'll have what you need.
And then you can actually see it working.
Yeah.
And then you can correct it along the way. So it's truly having an assistant. And being able to, I would love this. I would love for me to say, go and find the top 10 tech stories today that I might be interested in, instead of me having to go to these 35 or 40 different places. And then I have tried it already, not on the agent level.
Just on the regular chat.
It just misses the mark. It doesn't get what I'm interested in, because I always look at, if I'm interested in it, then you might be interested in it. The viewer, the listener, whatever it may be, they might be interested in it as well. But it will come back and talk about like things that are happening to Meta in the European Union.
Right.
Okay. Or what's going on with the Clean Energy Act and quantum physics. And I'm like, and I keep going back like, no. But so that's why it's still a pretty manual process.
Is this agent version of ChatGPT going to learn us more?
Yes.
Okay.
And when I was using chat over the weekend, I was sitting there, I'm thinking like, how do we compare this version of chat to the first iPhone?
Well, this is way past the first iPhone.
I know, but as far as the technology, like, yeah, when we got the first iPhone, we were like, whoa.
Right.
Okay. We first got chat, like, whoa. Okay. Pretty soon, of course, we can now chat with our chatbot on our phone, and we can do it on our desktop too. But, imagine what this is going to be 24 months from now. Do
you know that women are less likely to use ChatGPT or any sort of AI chatbot than men? Like, women are the one that are more standoffish when it comes. I thought it would be the opposite. Numbers would be the exact opposite. It was a story I read a couple days ago.
Wow.
That the women are more adverse to switching over to ChatGPT or an AI chatbot than men are.
See, and that's funny because there's a story in the New York Post right now about a woman. We're try to get her as a caller. Is that she is using ChatGPT as the co-parent. So when the kid wants something, she says, "Go ask Chat."
Oh, that's funny. And she already has it built in for a Chat to say no. Because the last thing you would want is Chat's like, of course you can have ice cream for breakfast.
And you know what? I think that sounds great.
It's full of calcium and vitamin D. No, that is cool.
Yeah, so she's using a co-parenting. My mom used to do that with us. She'd call it upside down days.
Oh, you could do whatever you wanted?
No, so for breakfast, you'd have like ice cream.
Sure.
And waffles or whatever it was. And then...
It doesn't matter when you eat it. If you eat the same thing. Then right before bed, you had some cereal or eggs and bacon.
Yeah, it was funny.
That is funny.
So ChatGPT, you need to stop using it so much. Now I didn't want to say this in a public forum.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, when you write me these notes
about...
your paradigms and goals and futures.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I really need you to speak from the heart.
All right, fine.
Speak from the soul.
What up, Kim? Here's my goals. Here's what they be at.
Yeah, sure. Nice teeth.
Thanks.
So we have a sponsor, Incogni. And I know a lot of folks are wondering about how exactly the service works. And especially if you're concerned about all your personal private information available on the internet, this is something that you really need to check out. So instead of me just talking about it by myself, we pulled together the great strings that we can. And we have the CEO of Incogni, Darius, coming right up. I have to tell you something. Over the years, I've taken so many phone calls from people who are victims of cyber stalking. Why? Because it's so easy to become a victim. There's just so much information out there. And it's not even your fault. Like, take, for example, Stephanie. Back in 2016, she went on a date with some guy that she met on Tinder. It was no big deal. And to this day, this guy is still harassing her, taking over her social media accounts, pretending that he's her. She's tried to change her phone number 3 or 4 times. She's gotten all new social media accounts, but still, this guy, for some reason, after a few dates, and after all these years, is still harassing her. Why? Because of the data brokers. And of course, the guy's probably a little lunatics too. But we have so many different data brokers out there. And how do these people make their money? Well, they collect all this information about you, and then they sell it to the highest bidder. And there are so many different data brokers out there. And let me tell you, over the years, I've tried to remove myself from these data broker sites. I mean, we used to have something called, I don't know if you remember, Opt Out Tuesday. Every single Tuesday, I would tell you about a different people's search site and then give you the exact steps to make sure that your personal information wasn't there. Okay. So this was going on for about 6 months, and everybody was loving it. Millions and millions of people were going to our site just for Opt Out Tuesday. And then suddenly, without warning, all the links went bad. I was like, what was going on? The phones were ringing, emails, DMs, everything. People want to know what was going on with Opt Out Tuesday because the links didn't work anymore. Well, the data brokers, they got wind of all this. And then they started changing all their directions. And let me tell you, it's not easy to get out of these different websites. I mean, like, for example, you might have to fax your driver's license. You're like, wait a minute, I got to fax something? Yes. Or maybe you have to send an email to a different website. You got to fill out a form. You got to get this and this and this. And that's when I went out searching for a solution. And that solution was Incogni. I actually tried 3 different sites. And Incogni was the one that was the most intuitive. It was the most impressive. It did all the work to get me out of these different data broker sites. And to this day, I just checked before I came down to the studio, Incogni has made over 1,500 requests to get my information out of these data broker and people search sites. And if you're worried about your personal security, this is something that you need to do because the information that's available out there about you is astounding. And joining me now to talk to us about all of this is Darius. And Darius is the CEO of Incogni. Thanks so much for being here, Darius. We talk about all these data broker sites and the cyber stalking. And, you know, I have noticed that over the last, I don't know, maybe 9 to 12 months or so, is that the people who are calling me asking for help about being cyberstalked, it just seems to be getting more prominent, more relevant. And is it because that this information is more readily available? What do you think's going on?
I think the issue is that it's just so incredibly easy. And finding a basic profile on a person really doesn't cost anything. And if you want a more elaborate profile, something like that will include a home address, family member information, contact information, it will cost you like $10 to $15. So it's as easy as ordering a pizza online, and anyone with a credit card and a grudge can do it in minutes. So I think just the ease of access is a very big issue here.
And you made a good point because it's only for $10 or $15. And it's not like these sites will vet you and say, okay, tell us the reason why you want this woman, this man's name, address, cell phone number, place of employment, eye color, whatever it may be. They don't ask you any questions. They just take your credit card and then they go on their merry little way.
Yeah. Officially, they will position themselves like something like find your old friends or classmates. And I'm sure they have that use case as well. But unfortunately, in the wrong hands, it can be a very dangerous weapon.
Speaking of, can you share some real life cases where things have gone horribly wrong because of the information that is so readily available about all of us?
Tragically, there's a lot of cases and even like well-documented court cases where we have people finder sites and data brokers in general used to find even what's supposed to be like secret or hidden home addresses. But I think we don't need to go far in terms of like just how impactful that could be, where back in June, 2 legislators from Minnesota have been shot, and then they catch the killer and then find on their sheet of paper like a list of data brokers to check. That's tragically scary.
Yeah, I mean, I just hear my dad when I was growing up. He used to say, what happens in the house stays in the house, and privacy is so important. And don't fill out these cards to give out more information. But we are giving away our information left and right. I mean, and not even thinking about it. I mean, it's we sign up for apps, right? And they give us all these terms and conditions. And I don't know, Darius, have you ever read them? I never have. I mean, it's like it goes on and on and on and on and on. We have no idea. But we give away our information so readily. And whether it's what we buy online, and where we live, and again, the apps, the permissions, and, is there one major source that people do make the mistake and where we just divulge all of our personal details without even thinking of the ramifications?
I think we do this almost on a daily basis. And I think it's the data that we supply is probably the scariest. Like we go in and we fill out like optional fields like address or phone number. Then we go on social media and share like what we're doing and stuff like that. But the problem with those people finder sites and data brokers, it goes even beyond that in a sense that they will also use like public records, something that's can be rather difficult to have control over, or property records. So something that you kind of do in your life and you think that, this is important. I need to do this right. And we don't think about it. Hey, someone might have access to it.
And that's it. We don't know who has access to it because everybody does. I mean, I was shocked. And that was the reason why I was like, I got to get myself off the internet, because I was shocked at a free people search site years ago, when you could type in my name and you saw my mother, my husband, my son, my brother, my sisters, everybody all related to me, their dates of birth, but specifically my home address, okay, which I did the best to shield my home address. I mean, I had a P.O. box. I would send things to the office, and I did everything that I could not to have that home address tied to me. I didn't have a mortgage, and so I was really doing a good job trying to make sure, because it was kind of a weird thing that happened, Darius, is that I was playing with my son in the driveway, and the property's gated, and there were some people that stopped and they started taking pictures over the gate of me and my son playing in the driveway. And I looked at him. I'm like, can I help you? And they said, oh, we're just big fans of the show. We want to take a picture. I'm like, no, get off my property, get off the gate. And, and I do a nice show, right? I mean, I don't talk politics. We don't get into heavy issues. I mean, my whole goal in life is to be helpful and inspirational and all that great stuff. But yet I found my personal privacy violated. And not just that one time, my neighbor called me and he said, there are people outside taking pictures of your house. And so that was like, it was really a big deal for me to make sure that my home address wasn't available on the internet or on any of these sites. But yet I did all those steps and it still got out there. And you could say, well, I'm not a public personality. That's not going to affect me. But, it's so easy just to become a victim of a terrible crime because of the information that's out there. Because let's just face it, there are a lot of lunatics in the world. There are just crazy people.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's easy to think that bad things happen to, people who do bad things or something like that. But again, like in the example that you mentioned where someone just went on a date and then kind of gets stalked for years to come, we don't know when we might encounter someone like that. And we might not do anything bad to find ourselves in the situation. So we need to protect ourselves. And even if we do everything right, we still need to do that.
And you can get yourself out of these sites by yourself. I mean, you can. Okay. If you had nothing to do all day long, okay, and you didn't mind going through all of this frustration every single day, I think the last time I checked, Darius, my dashboard, which I love, by the way, I love that dashboard because it tells you exactly, how you're out of all these sites. I love the data suppression list. They can't put you back in. But I think the hours that I've saved so far is close to 2,000 hours in trying to do this. So how is Incogni able, because this is a question that we get from our listeners and viewers a lot. How is Incogni able to do this job? I mean, because let me tell you, a human being, me trying to get it done, and I know what the heck to do is virtually impossible.
Yeah, so actually we kind of understand the scale that we're already working on. We recently hit a pretty symbolic milestone. We just passed 250 million data removal requests on behalf of our users.
Oh my gosh,
a quarter of a billion, like with a B. So we saved quite a lot of hours for the people who use the service. And with that much experience and this kind of scales, I feel that we really know what we're doing. We have different methods how we approach those people find their sites. We've seen every argument in the book, and if they pull something like, you need to do this and that, well, we have our own legal department and stuff like that. So we have the power behind to get back to them. So we look for those profiles. We work very hard to remove them, and we do this at very large scale already. So this is how we're trying to make that difference.
Well, it is a difference. I can see it. I mean, I get 0 spam phone calls. I get 0 spam texts. I mean, that alone is incredible. But I also noticed that I don't get a lot of, not that I got a lot of mail before, but I get almost no junk mail, like credit card offers, maybe, roofing companies or whatever it may be. I noticed that I have peace of mind when I go to the mailbox as well. And you don't really think about what a difference that makes when you don't have to look at your phone every second and you find out that somebody's trying to pitch you a timeshare or whatever it may be. And I really love your service. And I don't know if you heard the story, but did you hear about the Beach Boys?
I did, and I loved it.
I thought that was such a great thing. Just in case you guys didn't hear that story, is that a member of the Beach Boys is a friend of mine, and he was showing me his phone, and he's like, "Look at this! Look at this! Look at my phone! It's all blowing up. I get like hundreds and hundreds of these." And literally, the guy, he must be on every list because so. Anyway, so I'm like, you got to sign up for Incogni. And then he texted me back and he's like, I think if that thing really works, I'm like, yes, it does. And so, so you may think again, it's just public personalities. And of course he is obviously a big one, but it's also, my husband, who I signed him up for Incogni, and he's loving that because again, he was on every list, I think, known to mankind too. But as we start looking at the other things that now you guys are offering. Tell us about the unlimited plan, about how if you find something about yourself and you want it removed off the internet, that now you actually have real human beings to do that too.
Yeah, so I think this is a very important evolution in our service that like data brokers, of course, it's a critical problem that we need to solve, but there are situations, and I think for most of us, where we will find some personal information, even it can be a home address or something else, on a website, a forum, social media, something that it's not a data broker. But well, the information is still out there. Like someone can still find it. So yeah, if that's the case, our users can come in, say, okay, this is where I found that information, and yeah, we will have our experts to look into and go after it.
And so that has turned into, I understand, like a big. You didn't anticipate how big that business would be.
Yeah, very much so. We originally thought that, we knew that there's demand for it, but we didn't suspect that it would become our most popular plan just overnight. It has been shocking, but at the same time, just another sort of signal for us to understand that, well, this is a very big problem that we need to put our best minds towards.
Well, because you know the deal. I mean, you find something about yourself on the internet. So what are you going to do? You're going to contact the website, ask them to take it down, demand them to take it down. Okay. And good luck with that. Okay. Because especially now, with so many different websites, it's almost impossible for you even to find somebody there, and then also to find every instance of it too, because you have archives of websites. I mean, it's just it becomes a bit of a nightmare. And but I wanted to thank you, Darius, because you've made a difference in my life, and Incogni has made a difference in so many of our listeners' lives, and it's a very valuable service, and I'm proud to be associated with it, and with you, and with everybody that's involved in the company, because it is a service that is, it's almost mandatory now. I mean, because you don't want your information available to not just anybody out there, but don't forget too that AI is scraping everything, and so you may think that if you try to do this yourself, or maybe you get yourself out of a couple of sites, is that it's that you don't have to think about that ramification, because now we've got not just websites, but we have these large language modules that are trying to learn everything that it can about anybody, and so it's really something that you guys been able to pull this off, because it's really a valuable service, and I can't imagine what goes on behind the scenes, which someday I want to come to Lithuania and I want to see it. I do.
Please do.
I do. So what's in the future for Incogni?
Well, first off, I really appreciate to hear that. And for us, I'm very excited about some of the things to come. Just today we released one update for our users to bring in even more sort of clarity and transparency, what's happening with their requests, with their removals, when's the next one happening, etc., etc. So I'm sure the users will love it. Incogni is going mobile. That's next on the list. So we do want to introduce a bit more convenience in terms of tracking progress and so on. So this is another thing to wait to come. But also, it's not exactly a feature, but I think very important in our industry, that we're dealing with a lot of personal data, and it's critical that services like Incogni and so on introduce the transparency and sort of it needs to be very much trusted. So what we're doing is we're doing an independent review with one of the big four companies in auditing to kind of confirm that we actually do what we say we do, and we do it well. So this should be going live very soon. So very proud to hopefully also raise the standards in our industry.
Well, you guys are doing a bang up job. I'll tell you, you really are. Thank you for your support of the show. Thanks for making sure that I have no more spam phone calls and spammy texts and, and spammy emails. They seem to be going down too, which is just fabulous. And Darius, once again, thanks for spending some time with us. And folks, in case you want to check it out, you want to go to the special address. It's privacykim.com. Once again, that's privacykim.com. And that's where you get an exclusive deal, 65% off. Of course, like all good products, Incogni comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not completely satisfied. But you will be, I assure you. Again, that address is privacykim.com. Darius, come back to Phoenix. Come see us again.
Will do.
You betcha.
Thank you for having me.
All righty, folks. Well, thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. Make sure that you like, comment, share. That's super important for the algorithms. And be sure to enter to win that iPhone. Go to winfromkim.com, winfromkim.com. And if you're getting the audio version of the podcast, be sure to give us a great 5-star review. And tell everybody you love my jokes, because it makes me so sad when you say that they suck.